בוקר טוב חברים. Danny? You have to go?
5 grandmothers pie. How many you have?
יאללה, שעה טובה. We're up to קהלת, פרק י'. So י' זין is connected to פסוק ט' זין. We're going to start פסוק י' ח'. בעצלתיים ימח המקרא ובשפלות ידיים ידלוף הבית.
מה זה פסוק מפורסם? לא באמת, אני לא מתרגל לך, אני שמענו את זה לקרוא את
All right, can I start? אין בעיה, חזק וברוך רפי. בעצלתיים ימח המקרא ובשפלות ידיים ידלוף הבית. Shlomo in Pasuk Het talks about the lazy people. Well, ba'atzaltaim, someone who is lazy and he's not doing, when you see little things happening in the house, instead of fixing tomorrow, and after tomorrow he's going to say next week. The next thing you know, the roof is down. What will happen? בעצלתיים. מה זה בעצלתיים? אומר שלמה המלך, אם אדם עצלן היסיס, אומר רש"י, כשאדם מתעצל. When a person he is lazy, ואינו מתקן פרצה קטנה שבתקרת הבית. You have a leak.
Fix it a little, fix it. Fix it right away.
And instead of fixing it, it's okay. Just paint it. And when nobody sees, it's white, it's good. אומר שלמה המלך, ימח הבית, ימח המקרא. אומר שלמה, what's the end of that little hole? This little hole is leaking. It's a little hole. What's going to happen to that little hole? אומר, ישפל הבניין המקרא את הבית והמשכך עליו. The roof has a little hole, but that little hole is going to grow and grow, and then the whole roof, what's going to happen?
Collapse.
Now, if in the beginning he had to pay $2,000 to fix it, now 40,000, 60,000.
I saw it live. My neighbor really. I saw it live. My neighbor had a garage, beautiful, with door, everything. When the guy bought a new house, he came. It was a small hole. We told him fix it with something. He didn't do so. Now the whole garage is. Now I mean it's so much money. We saw it live. I mean, really, I saw it live. Yani, I saw it.
And מה שאומר שלמה, he's right. חזק וברוך. He came after, almost 3,000, ורפי אומר, מה שאומר שלמה, חזק וברוך. Good, nice. הלאה. ובשפלות ידיים ידלוף הבית. זה גם כן עצלן. The water is going to go to the house. אומר רש"י, ידלוף, יטפטף. It's dripping. והגשם ייכנס לתוך הבית. ואז הלך הבית. So why is the person gonna lose his roof, house? It's because he is lazy. When a person is lazy, there is a say in Hebrew, atzlan עובד כפליים. שמעת רפי? עצלן, עובד כפליים. A lazy person, he always is gonna work double. למשל, his wife asked him, can you please just move the couch and just check something? You know. My back. Habibi, she comes home and the whole house a mess. She yells, now you have no choice. But to get her upset and angry, Habibi, now. You're not going to move everything. למה לא עשית בהתחלה? יפה מאוד. זה שפלות ידיים. בעצלתיים, עצלתיים בלשון רבים. למה כתוב בעצלתיים בלשון רבים? כי זה מני עצלות אצל ואו, זה בתוך השנים. ותדעו לכם, זה משהו, זה לא יאומן איך how those people, איך הם חושבים, איך הם עובדים, it's ridiculous.
How does a person remove hatzalut from themselves?
Work.
How?
Work on yourself.
Okay, I'm not saying me.
Not you, me.
Other people. If something doesn't need to get done, so it doesn't need to don't do it.
If something doesn't need to get done, we're talking about something that has to get done. Okay.
So that's just because a leak, a leak is a leak. But
right. So it's now, why this person he doesn't want to take care? Because so he wants to save 500. Yeah, it's going to cost you more than 10,000. So where's your brain? But you know how lazy is this person that he's not even thinking. It's too much for him to think of him. On the palm. The lazy people, he's so lazy that he's not that even he doesn't want to think what's going to happen after because it's too much for him to think.
Not only that, all this time it looks ugly anyway. All this time that he didn't fix it, the roof doesn't look good anyway.
Are you talking now about fashion?
No, not fashion.
I'm talking about money now.
It doesn't make sense. He didn't do from the beginning. Not only until he has to fix it in the end more, but in the meantime, those 2 years, he lived like no good also.
You live next to a lazy person.
No, he lived no good, and the place looks no good.
No. He's gonna paint it. No, he's painting very nice. Why?
So it falls.
Like he didn't fix the main problem.
Oh, so it's nothing to do with the look.
Yeah.
You can paint it and it looks nice. That's not the issue. The issue is the hole is there. Go fix the hole. If you're not gonna fix the hole, so putting a nice paint, it's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it.
So what's the answer?
Work. אומר, תקשיב טוב מה אומר הפה לא יועץ, it's answer for you. אומר הפה לא יועץ, ויש שטבעו להיות כבד ועצל.
Okay.
There is a person that he's by nature he's lazy. I mean, אין מה לעשות. He was born lazy. Even when he came out, he
didn't even cry.
Yeah. That's his teva. That's his nature. By nature, he's lazy. אומר הרב, תשמע מה כתוב.
That should be his fault.
Not at all. אומר, מידה זו רעה לאיש. A man who is lazy is a מידה כזאת רעה. It's such a bad מידה. ועל אחת כמה וכמה לאישה.
Worse.
For a woman who's lazy, it's even worse. See, we men, we don't appreciate almost anything what the wife does. Try to be home one day with the kids. You go nuts. Some people just walk out the house. I can't. They're screaming. I just can't.
Before the school, the kids.
You can't. And you got only 2 kids. You got only 2 kids. And you want her, watch this, to be a mother, to be a wife, to be a pretty wife, to work, to make money also. And after all, be happy. You're nuts. What do you do to make that happen? Nothing. but that's your request. You know, for a woman, her job, תקשיבו טוב, the minute she gets a title of a mother, that second, till the day she dies, and even after, her life is no longer anything the same. Ever, never, never, never. תקשיבו טוב. When she is single, or even when she's a wife, not a mother yet, you know, you have your day, you know, sometimes you have your days, you know, you're down, you want to stay in bed, right? So you stay another 2 or 3 hours. That's when you're single, or if you are married. But once you have a child, maybe the kid doesn't know your schedule, and he's not asking you what's your schedule. He cries 2 in the morning, and 4, and feed me at 7, and 8:30. 8:30, I have to take your brother to the bus. He doesn't care. He's gonna cry. But I didn't have a whole night with you. I couldn't sleep. He doesn't care. He wants food. So between your son, who needs to go to the bus, and between the baby who's crying, who needs you now it's 9 o'clock, the husband comes, and where's my breakfast? And 10 o'clock, she has to go to work. Now, if she decides one day, you know what? I'm not in the mood today. Let me stay in bed. It ain't gonna happen. Lo shayach. She has to take the kid to the bus. If she wants just to stay in bed, nothing else, because she's tired. There is no such a thing. I'm tired, because this job requires 24 hours till you die.
Hashem gives them more strength.
Now watch this.
I used to take
Now, Nes, you do not. Nes, you do not want me to call your wife.
Ask her.
Nes,
I don't do it anymore. Man.
I know. So Nes, let's continue. Let's think. No one is going to live with you. Hold on, I'm going to walk out. I want to tell you this. If a woman decides one day, I'm tired, I want to take a nap, I'm not making you dinner. She has a job that her job requires. No one, I'm sorry to say, cares what you go through. They don't care. A kid comes from school, Ma, I want food. He's not going to open the fridge. He's going to start cooking. He wants dinner ready. And this job means whatever you feel, I'm sorry to say, you could put whatever you feel on the side, but you got to be a mother. And being a mother, what it takes from a wife to be a mother is a kimat. No one even pays attention what you do and what you go through the whole day. No one cares because you're a mother. And the title of a mother means whenever I need you, however you are, it doesn't make a difference. I need you, so I want you to be happy and smile to me and make me dinner and laundry and have everything ready. And if I'm down, so I need my mother to pump me and to get me happy. Habibi, do you know what it is to be a mother and a wife? You know what is it?
They're supposed to be upset the whole time.
I'm sorry?
They're supposed to smile. Everybody's supposed to smile.
Supposed to?
Yeah, you're supposed to smile.
What do you do to her to make her smile?
Whatever I did during the day.
You did nothing. You did nothing.
We spoke. Everything.
I thought you were working.
But sometimes you speak.
Oh, sometimes.
No. We speak. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say, okay.
Yeah.
And then when you come home,
yeah,
it's like you never spoke. Because I don't know, the mood changes very quickly with them. You know, they change very quickly. So I don't know.
I wish I could put you on a dress and a skirt, and I want to see you becoming
you should
happy.
be on my side.
I'm not on
talking
side.
about?
I am not on anyone's side. I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you I'm putting the picture which is behind the wall. I'm taking it and I'm just putting up front. This is what they go through every day, and especially when you have little children, when especially we hear young couples, when you're talking about you have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids, and you want her also to work, and you want also to have dinner ready.
How do you do it? Hashem gives them power.
Is that fair? Is that
Nice
fair? Is that
rephrasing.
fair that the husband
appreciate
No,
expects?
I don't understand how they do it.
We appreciate the fact.
I
But
wouldn't
be in
be
a
able
good
to do
mood.
it.
Why they have to be in a bad mood?
What have you done to her?
No, I didn't do nothing.
I know that's why she's that's why she's upset. That's why she's upset.
We give me a good mood.
Hashem נותן להם כוח.
This is not.
בוודאי, לא עשית כלום to make her happy.
Let's go carry on the kids. What do you want from me?
See, what do you want from me? You have parents. You see, listen to this. Sometimes a wife goes, it could be a class, it could be to hang out with a friend or two, and the friends ask her, who's with the kids? So she says, my husband babysits my kids. And I'm asking, wait, my husband babysits? You're a parent. Why when he does anything in the house, it's he babysits the kid. He helped me in the house.
Because it's the roles, different roles.
Habibi, do you really want to know what's your role?
Oh, no, again.
I'm asking you, Avi, do you really want to know what's your role according to the Torah Kedusha? You did not answer me. You're joking.
We'd rather be shogeg than mazid.
The posheya.
Shogeg.
See, he did not answer me. You're afraid. You want to cover the eyes and sit next to the nest and be happy. Right. See, we do not want to know what's our job. And we throw everything on her. Everything. You want her to be happy. What have you done to her? So to be, what do you do?
No, we supply house.
No,
we're there.
I want those in the house. You want to have to talk to. הגמרא אומרת, אישה רוצה בעל, אם ככה פרנסה ויש לה לדבר. שיש. לא צריכה הרבה כסף. היא צריכה למה לדבר.
שיחה עם אישה, לא?
נמשיך הלאה.
I live by the book.
טוב לאישה כמה חרובים, מ10 חרובים, בעל לא בבית. She rather have a husband and a nice parnasa, but she has him to talk to. That she has a husband to talk to, then be a millionaire and is always traveling, is not there. So, Isha רוצה someone to talk to. That's what you want.
The husband has to be in the mood to talk. They're always in the mood to talk. Sometimes you're not in the mood to talk, and they're always in the mood to talk. It's like, so I told her I'm not in the mood to talk. She's like, you're never in the mood, she tells me. I said, okay, I'm never in the mood. What are you going to do?
Look at it.
B'ezrat Hashem, kach 18 years, Abraham is going to get married. And Hakach Chas Shalom, you don't know, she's going to come to you, she says, Abba, I don't know, Abraham, he's not talking to me. I know he came from the work or Kohelet, whatever you choose. And I don't know, I want to talk to him and he's not in the mood. What would you tell her?
Wow.
What would you tell her?
Then I realized that I did the same thing.
What would you tell her?
Be patient. He will talk.
You're gonna get upset.
I would have to talk to him.
Well, he is not in the mood to talk to you now. You see, we don't understand that our children are going to copy everything we do. We don't understand that our kids are going to copy everything we do. They pick up on every single thing.
Scary.
You were in Sukkot, right? In my house, my sukkah. And you remember we had questions with the kids? Kids from the neighbor come. You were there when they popped into the sukkah? Okay, whatever. So kids from the neighbors, they come also. And I had a big plate of candies. And I asked questions. And you gotta, you give me an answer, you get a candy. That's how I did. Baruch Hashem, we had kids in the sukkah. And that's what I did. I ask also my kids also, Shlomo and my daughter Yael, I ask questions also. Now Yael, she's little. So she had a picture that she drew, that from her play group that she did Sefer Torah and Shofar and Lulav and Etrog and a cup of Kiddush. So I asked Yael, what is this picture? And she tells me Sefer Torah. What is this picture? It's a shofar. What is this? And then she gets a candy. Beautiful. Motzei Simchat Torah. That's not Sukkot. That's already Motzei Simchat Torah. Shlomo, my son, he had a bag full of candies. Okay? They sleep in the same room. And my wife hears Shlomo is in his bed and is with his candy bag. He goes to Yael, do you want a candy? Yeah. Now each one has a lot of candies. He's got a bag. But he wants to give her a candy. You want candy? So, yeah. What do we blow on shofar on Rosh Hashanah?
Wow.
And what do we shake? If you're gonna answer, I'm gonna give you candy. And if you're gonna be nice, I'm gonna give you 2 candies. You don't even pay attention. You're asking something.
Are you listening in the door?
Are you kidding? Oh, no, my wife heard it. She heard. So they are upstairs in the bedroom. He has these candy bags, and he asked her sister, she's in the crib, do you want a candy? Okay. So, and he tells her, I think you better keep up your work and you keep it up. And Habibi, 6:50.
You sound like the rabbi.
Habibi, the kids pick up and everything. He's only 3 years old. But that's how. But remember, that's what they're gonna do as they're gonna get older. Do you know what's said? And I see it in so many houses. In so many houses, I see it. The same way a father faces challenges in life, the same way the kid's gonna do the same way. Most people, not all, when they have a problem, they just get up and leave. I can't talk to you. He just gets his stuff and leave the house. I don't mean he leaves forever. He goes to shul, he goes around the block. I don't want to deal with this. Do you know what do we give to our children? It's so sad. A child in school. Here's an issue with a friend. I want to switch a class. What do you want to switch? Deal with the problem. If there is something to do with a teacher, I want to switch a teacher. Something to do with the school, I want to switch schools. Where is the tools that you give your children to face a problem and to handle with the problems? We don't. We don't give our children any tools. You just walk away. Why are you walking away? Your wife wants to talk to you. Sit down like a mensch. Be a man and talk to her face to face. You're a chicken. You're getting up and you leave the house. And they see. And they copy us every move in life. They're going to copy everything we did. And we don't understand that we don't give our children tools to deal with problems. We just walk away. Do you know how many times you're going to have these problems when the kids, they grow up, they go to work, they bought something, he said something to them. I'm dropping. What are you dropping? He was right. What are you dropping? You're late already 4 days in a row. Go say I'm sorry and come on and come on time. We don't deal with the problem. We walk away. Don't walk away. Face it. But that's us. That's us. And let's take the other way around. When a mother, and I'm telling you, you can see that. When a mother is stable, listen to what I'm telling you. When a mother is stable in the house, do you know what a healthy kids come out from that house? When I mean stable, it means her mood doesn't change every day based on the weather or news or what happened. I'm a mother. When she knows her mission in life, and I'm talking people that are educated, because only there you can find it. People are educated. They know what's my purpose in life. What is the minute title of a mother? What is a mother? My mother, Shatia Bria, God bless her.
Amen.
I grew up in a house. My mother, she is stable like a rock. It doesn't change every 2 days. Whatever I heard from her when I was 3, 13, 23, 40, the same line over and over and over. She doesn't change. And if she thinks something she's wrong, she's gonna tell you. And if you're right, she's gonna tell you also. But the mother who's so stable and it's not up to moods, and now I gotta walk out. You know what stories I hear at the Rabotai? It's crazy. The stories that I hear. And people at the age of 60, I'm telling you, I have a case now, 60 years old. She doesn't know what she wants with her husband. I don't know. She needs to leave the house because are you normal? She's 60 years old. You're a wife, you're a mother, and you're a grandmother. You're not healthy. No, it's based on moods and friends and with all. You're breaking the house you built for 35 years, 40 years. Where's your brain? To be stable, it means work on yourself. And working on yourself, it means I don't do what's comfortable. I do what's right. Let's say it again. I don't do what's comfortable. I do what's right. Because if you're going to choose what's comfortable, every 4 months you want to change. I'm not happy here. I want to go there. People traveling, they don't know anything. What's seen from their life, they don't know. But when you're stable, and I mean stable when you know what's your job, what's your mission in life, you're going to succeed. When you are a father or when you're a husband, do you know what does it mean to be a husband? What does it mean to be a husband? אני בעל. מה זה אומר אני בעל? אני איש. מה זה אומר? What does it mean I'm a father? רבותיי. I was giving a class on Rosh Hashanah, and I explained the Hayom Harat Olam, right? התפילה שאומרים במוסף. So we say, im kabanim, im ka'abadim. Im kabanim, rahamenu kerachem av al banim. We say to Hashem, if you're going to judge us like children, so judge us like a father has pity on his children. Im ka'abadim, and if we are your slaves, and then we're hoping, like a slave, he hopes that his master is going to be nice to him. So I explained what does it mean, Rahamenu kerachem ava al banim. And I explained about the David HaMelech, about Avshalom, ve'od. We saw in the crowd. Now after the class, he came to me, and we're schmoozing. And he tells me, Rabbi, I love your classes, but today I did not connect with the class. Now, there is nothing but to connect. I'm talking about the heavy stuff. Pashut. Now, I knew right away what happening to him. What's going on? I asked him, let me ask you, what's your relationship with your father? By the way, I did not even try to explain the depth of the class. Just cut the chase. I asked him, what's your relationship with your father? His line was, he's an old school.
He doesn't understand the new.
He doesn't connect.
He doesn't understand.
No. Don't get me wrong.
He doesn't understand the new
Takshivu
school.
tov. He tells me, whatever I need, my father is going to give me. But you ask him, did I felt love for my father? Never. Remember, if he needs money to buy a house, his father's going to give him $200,000, $250,000. He's going to give him cash. But do I felt love at the house? Only no. Money was tough. Like old school, old mentality that he's the boss, that you're here to serve him. He didn't grow up in a house of a father and a son that I'm talking about. So he tells me, it's very hard for me on the Rosh Hashanah to connect to the shofar when I say kerachem al banim. כשהוא אמר לי, I did not connect with the class, אני הבנתי למה. זה לא שייך לשיעור. כי יש לו שייכס אבא ובן. So מה הוא הבין כרחם על הבנים? Where exactly he felt that, the hug and the warmth and the passion and the love. הוא לא הרגיש את זה. You come home from school, you finish your homework, fine, that's it, you got to do. Whether you give me 100, it's because you got to do, give me 100. You give me 90, bah, I'm not 90, why didn't you learn? I'm working like a dog to pay your tuition. מה זה צריך להיות? That's the mentality. איך, לך תביא, לך תסביר לו, חביבי, what kids go through in school nowadays, and every good word you can pump him. לא מבין את זה בכלל. To say that he doesn't love his son, חס ושלום. I don't believe a father doesn't love any child. It's בטבע, it's nature. Every father loves his son. אין כזה דבר. תמיד יש יוצא דופן. I'm talking normal. Father loves his child, that's it. But do a child feels the love from his father? No. He did not connect with the Kerachem Abba Amarim the whole Rosh Hashanah. זה אומר לי. אתם מבינים את זה? אז בשבילי זה היה פשוט מאוד. פשוט מאוד. I want to take a minute. When I was a child, when I was 9 years old, I believe I was, if I remember correctly, I was 9. So my parents came to America when I was 7, 8. And in Israel, Baruch Hashem, Habibi, I got, only from my mother's side, I have over 180 first cousins. Only from my mother's side. More than 180 first cousins. Only from my mother's side. 15 uncles and aunts. Each one has Hazid kids, not less than 10 kids. Yeah.
Everybody's in double digits.
Some have 14, some have 13. Kulam. Nobody has less than 10 kids. And that first cousins, my grandma, she saw 5 generations. Today, it's, I believe it's already 7 generations crowd. So you can imagine what a big family I have. And that's only from my mother's side. My I know Abba saw Tesha, Tesha brothers and sisters. You can imagine how many cousins I have there. I could do a wedding with anybody, only the cousins. I need 2 halls.
The whole city.
Now listen to this. So I grew up knowing I have uncles and cousins and it's malo, everything. When I came here, I missed that. And I remember like today, when I was going to 5th grade, was a Chodesh Elul. We started Elul, Maze Elul, Ani LeDodi, VeDodi li. So Chodesh Elul is about relationship between a nephew and his uncle. And that's the relationship between us and Hashem. And honestly speaking, I did not connect. זה לא נכנס לי. איפה אני לדודי? לדודי, איזה דודי? I'm here already. I don't remember uncles בכלל to begin. אני פה. לא הרגש כלום. So איפה זה אלול? אני לדודי. רבותיי, תראו לכם, it affect me. אני לא מבין, where is אני לדודי? זה לא מבין. I want to feel אלול, you want to feel the חיזוק, but you don't feel it. Why not? Where's the uncle? Shlomo Melech talks about the uncle that he loves you and he gives you and he does for you. No one is here.
The rabbi said yesterday, everything in this world is a digma of.
Yeah. So maybe when I was 11, 12, my uncle, Rav Shlomo, he came to my parents. We used to live in Muncie. And I will never, ever forget the story. Never. I was maybe 11, 12. I was maybe 11, 12. Yeah. And money-wise, my bike wasn't real dama. So my parents were very into, if you don't use the lights, shut the light. You love the house, shut all the lights.
Still do that today. You try
It's
to
old
help them, they
school.
don't understand.
We gotta save the money. I don't know. It's booze, fine. So that's how I grew up. Muncie. If there is rooms that nobody is there, don't leave the lights on. You walk out, you're going to school, make sure to shut the lights. Fine. My uncle, Shlomo, Mr. Makiroto, he's a very happy person. He's
Exudes happiness.
he always smiles. By the way,
With the wedding.
it's all בלי עין הרע, באמת, my mother, זה כל המשפחה ככה. קיבלו את זה מהסבתא. כל הזמן שמחים. זה, the way they take problems, הכל טוב, זה הכל, very easy. הכל easy going, והכל שמח. So, my uncle was there for Sunday. He comes to the room and he plays with the switch. On, off, on, off, on, off. My mother from the kitchen, she yells, "Mim sahag ba'o!" Who's playing with the lights? No one answers. I'm next to him and I'm laughing because I was happy. Finally somebody comes and breaks the rules in the house. I was happy. Okay, and he keeps going. After 2 minutes, my mother comes, and as she came to the room, pop, he opened the light, and she sees it's her brother who's playing. And as she comes and he opens the light, he says, "Oh, ha'or ba, ha'or." I mean, my mother. The light just came to the room.
It made you laugh.
Wow.
I was a kid. I loved it because number one, when you have an uncle, you break all the rules of the house. It's good. Parents, mehanchim, dodim, mefankim. Parents' job is mehanech. And uncle's job is to spoil your nephews. And nieces, obviously. I remember that week, we had a whole weekend together with him. I felt something in my soul I missed all the years. And once he came to Shabbat, he spent the whole weekend with us. I felt something in my neshama that I lost. I got it back. And I'll be honest, that Sunday that I went to yeshiva, it was so hard for me. I wanted to stay home just to sit with him next to my parents, just be there. It meant so much to me. And in words. That second, it had to have been, what does it mean? Anile dodi vedodile. I felt, what is an uncle? I remember the hug and the kiss I got from him before I left to school. If I could express in words, I think that they are the biggest love I ever got in my life. That's why I'm so connected to him. Very, very. I mean, he was also my sandak. That's a different issue. Aval. I felt something that I lost all the
Maybe
years.
because you felt like you were missing, and then when you felt when you were missing it, you felt the disconnect. But
when I got it, it was I cannot tell you.
Right.
I said to myself, I promised myself that time, I will make sure to be an uncle to my nieces and nephews. Which means when they're gonna get to Elul in school and the Rebbe is gonna say, "Ani ledoidi vedoidi li," he's gonna feel I know what's to have an uncle because I got one uncle that he is so good to us. He spoils us, he gives us candies, whatever they want. Baruch Hashem, my sister, the one who lives in Deal, I used to spend a lot of summers together with her. Before I used to go to her house, I used to go to Pomegranate, and I used to fill 3 boxes only of candies.
Wow.
Whatever you can dream, just fill 3 boxes full of candies. Snack, whatever you want. I remember when I came home to my sister, the kids, they come out. Hi, they're excited. So usually, you use your nephews and nieces come pick up the luggages, right? Because the king came. Here, I don't give them to hold any luggages. That's my job. Your job is come, pick up all the boxes with candies. You should see their faces. Wow. It was a whole to-do. It was a more show. So you come to the kitchen with all the boxes, and now you open and you show one after another, and the kids are happy and pull all the cabinets. And my sister said, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" But I'm like, to me, just quiet, right? And the kids are happy. Yeah. אמרתי לה, your job is to say no. And my job is to say yes. And between no and yes, who's going to win? Yes, that's it. I cannot tell you what a bond I have with my nieces and nephews.
אני רואה אותם שם.
כן, ברוך השם.
אני רואה אותם.
אתה מבין?
אני רואה אותם, האדמונים לא עוזבים אותי שם.
לא עוזבים אותך.
אני רואה את האדמונים.
רצית לברוח ממני, קיבלת אדמוני כפול.
אני רואה אותם שם עכשיו.
ברוך השם. anyway, מה אני רוצה להגיד לכם? מה? 10 בלי הנהרה. כן, כן, בלי הנהרה, ברוך השם. So, מה אני רוצה להגיד לכם? When the person tells me, I don't feel connected to כרחם אב, because זה נקרא יתום בחייו. You can have a father, but you are an orphan while the father is alive. Because אין לך כלום עם אבא שלך. And it's so sad. One of the biggest things as a parent, that we need to know is, however I'm going to behave in my house, this is how my kids going to copy me, how they're going to live with their wives and their husbands. So if there is a challenge in the house, don't walk away. Let the kids see how you and your wife talk, and they'll pick up on it, and that's how they're going to deal with their wife. But
the girls copy the
mother,
father
100%.
or the mother.
Most girls, when they go out on a date, they try to see their father in him. Yeah. Or the brothers. Most time when a girl goes on a date, she likes to see where is the father's behavior or the brothers in him. That's how she connects to him more. And the way the mother behaved towards the father, that's how she is going to behave also to her husband. So when the mother screams and yells, it's a green light for her to do the same thing. And most of the time, they become even worse than the mother. Yeah.
Same thing with
and the same thing as the boys.
Son.
Now, when they see a mother stable, happy, and even when there is the up and downs, but she still stays focused, that's how the kids, that's how the girls, the daughters, going to behave the same thing with the husband. We don't understand how far it goes. We don't understand how far it goes. See yourself, how you talk to your wife, and ask yourself how many times that's how my father did. You'll be surprised. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes, and you see, and it's whatever on the whole assault, but you see that sometimes you see, I see parents, not nice, I'm telling you, it's just not nice. And the kids get married. You see the attitude to the wife. בדיוק כמו האבא. A couple years ago, I had someone that I had to marry him. To be there, מסדר חופה וקידושין. So before you come, you have to fill, application, and so also the names, and put the ketubah and others. As we sit down and the names and everything else, he throws a joke. You know those jokes on the wife?
Yeah.
The wife jokes.
Wife jokes.
The wife jokes. So when you're 30 years old, when you're 30 years into marriage and you want to have a wife joke, maybe it's funny. Maybe it's funny. But you're hatan and you have a wife joke next to her.
That's not.
You're not even solidified the deal. You're not even in.
You can't do that. It's a no-no. It's a no-no.
It was a stupid joke. And I heard it. It really bothered me. It bothered me so much. How can you? And I'm not talking about someone from the street. It's someone that I told in the yeshiva. How can you? I said to myself, it's a red flag. I said to myself, it's a red flag.
She got offended?
No, she was so happy. I said happy. She was dancing. But that's a kavla. But she didn't say anything. Fine. Then, after we did whatever, everything, the papers, and then she asked me to talk to me private. I said private. So you remember where I used to live on East 18?
Yeah.
So we had the small porch, right?
Yeah.
So in that house, she asked to speak to me. So I asked the boy, can you just go to the porch? 5 minutes. He went there. והיא התחילה לבכות. מה בכתה. And the guy doesn't know what's going on. התחיל לבכות. And she tells me, I'm not sure if I want him.
They got married already?
No.
Before.
Yeah. And she is, she spoke to the mother, and she is so lost. And I'm talking about maybe a month before. She's crying. She doesn't know if that's what she wants. אני אומר לכם, הכל היה, how the way he treated her. If you can make a wife joke in front of a rabbi when you fill up the papers before you got married, something is off with you. But you know something? It's because I know who's the parents. I know who's the father. It was so obvious that's how he behaves to her. And not because he doesn't like, he loves her. But the mindset is the second
class.
האישה זה כאילו secondary.
Did they get married?
That's old school.
Yeah. But I gave it to him. Whoa, what I did to him. I sent him to the other room to be with the Rebbetzin. ועשיתי לו שחיטת בית יוסף.
He sent it to the roof.
אם אני נתתי לו, אני אמרתי לו, how can you do that? מה עשיתי לו? מה אני, לא השארתי חלק אחד שלם.
Did he realize? Did he change? Or did he...
תראה,
זלזל בזה?
אני לא חי שמה, but I will tell you this. זה היה wake up call for him. אמרתי לו, אם ככה אתה מתנהג, אל תחתן איתה. אל תחתן איתה בכלל. Because she, בשבע ברכות, she's going to run away from you. אמרתי לה, who do you think you married over here? Someone בחלה, בדמשק? Are you nuts? איך אתה מתנהג? אבל תדע לך, it's only because how the father treats the mother at home. וזה כואב. שיהיה בעזרת השם יום טוב, בעזרת השם, אמן.
חזק וברוך.